Let's try Mr. Bog. Let's do it. Miracles happen. Oh, beautiful. Anyway, my goal right now, I understand I forgot how terrible the biohazard was, because of the update. Instead of the regular shots doing actual damage, and the charge shots adding on to the little spiral. Here, I'll show you. Let's go to the training area. But in my old spiral mind, this does the damage. It's 60, so what's a regular Valanche shot do with maximum damage? It's 28, so it's not insignificant. It's okay, and this is what? Level, I think I have it at level 2, right? Level 2. That's not too terrible, right? Let's compare that with the Alchemist. Nova Driver. $60. So I mean that's it's gonna do some decent damage. We freeze people and hit it with it. Just the slow moving little projectile. I'm thinking lockdown, because what else are we thinking? Today we're gonna rock out some nostalgia, right? Nostalgia is a good thing. And I'm gonna go down here to the Coral King Gate, and they have some of these. These are the pre-made levels. There's different variations of them, but there's not super infinite variations of them like there are in like the regular Clockwork tunnels. So we're gonna go play down there for a bit. I'm gonna focus on the concept of nostalgia. So I got this comment on the video, and I read comments and I take them seriously. I've done this channel for fun and for locking from my kids for a while, and so I take these things seriously. So this says, it's from Nicely Salted 2523. They said, thank you for this is the free previous video with all the weird stuff I did on there. It says, thank you for making this video. I've been reminiscing last night to my girlfriend about my childhood, and this played a huge role in my childhood. I played this 12 years ago when I was 14 or 15. I really do hold it so dear to my heart, and I wanted to see how it's doing. I just filtered by last uploaded and saw this video. Seeing a full Haven made me so happy. Seeing the combat and the weapons all be the same as I played last time is just so precious. I hope this game continues to stay live. I really wish for my children to play it. That's kind of neat, and I'm like, oh, nice. Brought a little bit of nostalgic joy to somebody. By the way, just so you know, the reason I'm being so quiet and low-key, I am doing this at like 2 or 3 in the morning. No one's awake in the house. But so I shut the door. That the the computer's like right outside the main bedroom door where my youngest and my wife are sleeping. So I'm trying not to wake them up by doing this. But as a matter of mental health, the past couple weeks. So I mentioned in the first video I lost my stepfather. And I've noticed you have to do a bit of self-reflection once in a while. There's a more efficient way to do this. We gotta go this way. It's not all about efficiency. I'm using a Valanche, but still, you know, let's take proper order and things. I love looking at that background, dude. It's just so cool looking. Anyway, that comment, it was like, wow, yeah, you know, it is kind of nice having that feeling come back of your childhood memories, the things that make you long for adventure. It's the old school harmless reason for getting up in the morning, right? Before you were kind of assaulted by this concept of duty and work. And, you know, I'm in my mid-40s these days, and so on that bit of self-reflection, one of the things I found out was that I was hitting a little bit of mild depression, and I've been a low sleeper basically my whole life, so I need like maybe 4 hours of sleep. So I can do it. I mean, that allows you to do a lot of things, but the other thing, you got to be careful with that, right? Because if you go so long without sleeping, or maybe you just push the limits. Like I went with 4 hours of sleep. I can go with 2. I can go with 1. And so I would do that, and I'm finding out now that I've hit, you know, my mid-40s. I need 6 now, and it's frustrating. It's something I'm not used to, so I just got to incorporate that in my schedule. It's not that big a deal. My wife helps me out with this kind of stuff. So she's taking the night shift, right? I go to bed at like 7, or I try to get myself 6 hours of sleep in. do that for the health of the family, do that for the health of myself. Because if you're not taking care of your physiology, the way your mind and body recharge, then that's a problem. You can't think straight, you can't be straight, jeez. But you know, I have a family to take care of, and I gotta be cognizant of that. So it's hard to reminisce on things like that are nostalgic, or even just having like a higher aim in life. Jeez, good job, B. If you're not getting the sleep-wake ratio correct, how are you gonna lead a family, tell others to do things properly if you can't do that yourself, right? I think that makes sense. We did it. Lance only. Final destination. Oh, there's one little kitty. You little kitty cat. You'll switch weapons every time. Otherwise, it's gonna get pretty stagnant pretty quick. So anyway, yeah, I reoriented my sleep as best I could. Adios to Alchemer. Nova Driver. Let's go. Also trying to reduce the clickety-clack of the keyboard. I know it was in the last video. I put it on my lap. Everything's kind of closely associated with itself. Whoop. Nope. Oopsie doodle. In your face, kitty cat. So this concept of nostalgia, I looked up the definition because I couldn't help it. It's a sentimental longing for the past associated with happiness or loss. And I think actually loss is a very important part when it comes to trying to reflect on the concept of nostalgia. It's a oh, I don't know why. Oh, that you were hidden by the text. Can I just turn that off? Right. Oh crap. You can't hit enter because it's an unknown command. There's issues. Dude, there's a guy in Haven who was saying like there should be a loaning factor, like a credit score in Spiral Knights. And I'm like, alright, well, bots would exploit that. That's the whole reason, if you guys ever heard of MapleStory 2, that game went down because bots were just all over the place exploiting everything. And that was kind of a problem. I mean, a great idea and concept, but unfortunately humankind will abuse such things. Hey, we got a friend. So there's a certain beauty that's associated with it, which is nice. With the loss and the concept of nostalgia. And it's different than happiness, right? Because happiness is fleeting. Happiness is temporary. Happiness stops. But nostalgia is something that it's like it's just about an eternal factor. I would say it is an eternal factor. It longs for something in your youth that's maybe less cultivated, less specific, something like that. And this game reeks of those vibes. I mean, look how many you're listening to this and watching this. There's so many other things you could be doing with the modern tech that pull at the various senses, and you're choosing to do this. It's kind of neat. It's the general atmosphere. Like when you put together something like this, it's like a music piece. It's an art form, just like a movie. The person really wanted that. What was it? The little candle to be lit? I don't even know. I don't know what they're trying to do, man. They're just rushing through it, I guess. I'm not sure. We're not gonna be hit. We're just gonna run around, like freaking Michael Scott with a hand grenade. And that was Anchorman, mixing up his characters. I don't know if you guys get the reference. I guess it's okay if you don't. Oh no! But I think everybody has that sense as you grow, especially when it deals with like the mythical things that call you. A sense of like something that gave you some like a reason to dream about when you were younger. It could be very little. There's a moment in your life when you're thinking this is pretty good. You know what? That's all right. It's just like not a feeling of calm and peace, but a sense of like a youthful purpose, right? As you get older, things get a little bit more complicated, and I guess as they should. Life gets more interesting. That's one way of looking at it. But it also gets a little bit darker. I think darker is a good word. Not darker, more serious. Finding it difficult to explain that. It's just more concrete, more real, more painful, more. Whoa. It's more associated with the concept of duty. Right, duty keeps you going. Once you have other people that are beholden to you over various things. For instance, when I was going through sleep-deprived depression, at least I think that's what it was, your sense of duty keeps you going. Duty's a good thing. Are you alright, buddy? I used to have an ally. Oh no! Allied shield. Let's clock one of those. Go. Everything's fine now. So duty keeps you going. If anything, in the mortal sense of the word, this is one of the reasons why you have, hunger, thirst, various things that you must do to even keep the person alive. Like your very being. You're not just your thoughts. You're tethered to a physical place and a time. And there's pain associated with that. Like especially, you don't eat food, well that's a problem. You're gonna become a different person first off, because when you're driven instead of a sense of wonder by just necessity over existing, you're a different person then. Yeah. In modern days we struggle with the personal difference of like being the same kind of person on or off caffeine. You know what I mean? Like, I haven't had my coffee yet, but so are you? Oh no. Oh no. I weep for you. Are you the same person on or off the Monster Energy drink? Oh my gosh. I was blocked. Oh, by that whatever the heck it was. Speaking of inefficiency, these single shots. I can single shot switch shoot, I guess. I thought my dash was ready. I was incorrect. I got rid of the ball mouse. Ball mouse pretty much made that kind of stuff impossible. The switch shooting. The single shots. Because there's no scroll wheel. Ooh, I thought that would hit you. Incorrect. Come back to me, Kino. I'm gonna hope it's a treasure vault. Yeah, I'm not over that too often. Just kidding, I gotta go. We're gonna go down anyway. Because we got Kino. Yes! It's a treasure vault, and the big kind. Wait, what? Oh, there's a grandma. No, I can't change weapons. Turn. You know what? It's just 343 damage at level 2 4-star. Freaking beautiful. Holy crap. Okay, we did it. Good job, team. Oh no. What the hell hit me? Oh, I shot those things. That's right. You shoot them and they kill you. Forgot about that. Thank goodness, dude. That was painful. Oh, look at all that money. Money. Oh no, not this. I know this. Like those claws, man. Maybe we gotta hit him from multiple sides. I don't know. You guys help me out in defeating this guy, because I have no idea what I'm doing. There's no option just to leave. Okay, it starts right up here. It's been a while. At least we get to go forge. So for me, nostalgia. There's a moment of joy I was talking about earlier. Come on. There's so many freaking shinings, dude. Here's a moment of joy right here. Bonus heat. So the moment in my life that I can associate with like the greatest joy was not that moment where I was against the treasure chest, whatever the heck that was, but it was when I was a younger man. His wings, dude. And my friend who I just met not too long ago. His name was Preston. He bought me a pack of Magic: The Gathering cards back in like 1994. Yeah, we'll jump down there again. I like there's levels. So it was a lot of fun. Getting to play Vesuvan Doppelganger was the name of the card that I got in my opening pack, and I was like, oh my gosh, this thing is awesome. And I don't know, it was just a very profound memory of someone I didn't know, knowing it was my birthday, giving me a gift of monetary value when I didn't have any money whatsoever. There we go. Max. I'm really surprised Biohazard charged just decent damage. It's pretty interesting. Yeah, we'll try this nostalgic level again. So getting into this game from like a nostalgic concept. So when I started, and maybe some of you started like this as well, there was no story. It's just like you're going into the Clockworks. That's it. That's the story. There was no Mordecai Wars or whatever it was. I forget exactly how the war starts. But I do like how they put the story in there. It is helpful, the whole missions and everything. Just to not be able to go to Vanaduke whenever you wanted to. That was just not a thing. Or anywhere, really. Like, I had to farm the... I don't even know what they're called. The dog twins. Just to get what I have now. This little catalyzer thing. That was useful. This ain't so bad. Yeah, I can one-shot him if you hit him with a spray of little things. The distance is not very good. I remember the distance being a little better. Or it's the maximum shot range is what I'm getting at. Ugh. So, if you haven't noticed from the thumbnails, I've been playing around with ChatGPT. It's great for making pictures for YouTube thumbnails. There's not a whole lot I'll really give it credit for, but that's certainly something that's useful. Something it takes a lot of time to do anything for YouTube. So I'm just like, you know, I'll just make it like this. I can hand draw it, I guess, in pen. That's about the extent of my skill set when it comes to art. Otherwise, it's a lot of borrowing online, editing things in Pixlr, which is also useful. So, like, how far down the inauthentic train do you want to go? It's always a question. So I asked AI, like, give me a summary of the Spiral Knights story, and they did, and then I had to tell them to do it again in a different way, because that's how AI works. You have to cultivate it based on what you want it to do, for the most part. And so I wanted it to make me a very deep, analytical story regarding Spiral Knights, and it did eventually. I had to tell it to give me more of a psychological and analytical and archetypical approach, which, like, who the heck cares about that when it comes to a game like Spiral Knights? But every myth has the same type. It has to have the same type of elements in it, or you wouldn't be interested in it. I want Spark back. That's good. It's the hero story that Jessica Campbell writes about, and so it's really interesting. Maybe I'll read it verbatim. Not right now, obviously, but it's like it's not. You don't start as an ascent; it's a descent. The wars brought you to extinction. You crash, so you go down, and then there's the clockworks, which goes even further down. And it's just a giant spiral downward, and you gotta deal with it. Like, that's rough. That's what happens after the spiral. And the whole thing is like it accumulates dreams and nightmares, and dreams and nightmares is more of a psychological level, which I agree. I think it's pretty good. It's a metaphorical concept. You know, you get down to the end, and what is it? Well, it's a reminder to go back to the beginning. So it becomes more of an endurance test. You're here together. You're stranded, not alone. I mean, that's life, right? How do you win at life? Well, if you want to win in life, you escape death. So you live eternally, and life eternally struggles against death. This is the whole concept of like, why is there something rather than nothing? I think we can use this. It'd be fine. This shield is so big, dude. You're trying to run away from nihilistic purposelessness, for lack of a better word. That's the older you get, the easier it is to succumb to such things. And I think that's one of the reasons why, to counteract the mortal qualm, right? The issue of mortality, life must rejuvenate, even in an internal sense. This is the whole concept of children, and this is the beauty and the value of nostalgia. Oh no. Oh, Jesus. Yes. Nostalgia gives you a feeling that you want to basically reproduce. I disagree with everything you just did. I will chop you to death, though. Because nostalgia is super powerful. Again, referring to that comment, it's like, it's something that's so powerful. You want it to repeat to the next generation. It's so powerful in a good, it makes your very being feel good. Reminiscing. It's like looking at a beautiful nature scene. Hopefully you guys like nature at least a little bit. But you see in scientists have associated with this with why does it feel good to walk in the woods as opposed to walking in the city street? Like almost everybody has that kind of concept where this feels good. And the reason that scientists think so is because it's associated with fractals. Oh, jeez. Can we just get rid of you? There. And what are fractals? Well, fractals are the pattern of life. The ever spiraling outward. If you don't know what a fractal is, look it up. Like crystals are formed in this. Your very cells are formed like this. Like it's etched into everything. And so what they believe they found is, when you go to a city, everything is concrete, everything is up, everything is like blocky. There's no fractals. Everything just is ordered, and that's all it is. But with a fractal, a fractal looks like a spiral if you keep backing away from it. It's like a three-dimensional helix. If you look at a DNA strand, like straight on, instead of like on the side where it spirals up, it'd be roughly the same thing. So there's something etched inside of us, of our very being, at least I think so, of nostalgia and this longing to recreate the feeling of overcoming, which is just life itself. And life fights against the nihilism. I really forgot there's so many grievers in this arena. I played this a couple times before. It's alright, we're prepared. Gremlin! More grievers! Good thing the Brandish Charge is just so overwhelmingly powerful. Good thing, it's a good thing. Power is sometimes a good thing. Like got stunned, but I didn't get hit. Interesting. So like mini shadow bombs or something. Mini stun bombs. There we go. I know a lot of what life is. When it gets down to it. Oh, you took a little while to die. Life is about competing stories. That's the whole political concept. That's the whole judgment concept. You're just trying to figure out which story better matches reality. This is a very bad idea. Oh, so many hearts around here, dude. This is your counter to Grievers, by the way. Just hit. You can even use the Shadow Bomb and it'll counter them. Ooh. Yeah, stunned. Okay, let's gather up some hearts. Let those little fairies just enjoy each other's company for a bit. Murder them mercilessly. I feel bad every time when they're the last ones alive. Like, we have no purpose in life. This is what happens when you have no lethality, when you can't hurt anybody. If you adopt the peaceful Jesus mentality, don't hurt a fly. You let evil overcome. Now in this case, violently, he's got me in a corner, I can't even move, so I guess, you know, joke's on me. But you let evil run over you. This is where the parasites come in. This is why, if you want to get down to it, we can talk about this maybe a little later, the concept of feminism is not a very good idea, because you're putting Eve in the concept of empathy at the highest possible thing when that shouldn't be it. Like, reason, your head has to lead your heart. I'm not saying both don't exist, or you don't get you when it comes to nostalgia, you know the feeling, the badness, the darkness, the concept of change, the monster, the dragon, that stuff's there. Like when you're looking at water, it's chaos, right? You want to, but the concept of water also is there's potential in there too. There's life, there's nourishment. Water's very interesting. That's why in the Bible it says the Spirit hovered over the waters, kind of contemplated it, right? Something like that.
Not gonna work. Beautiful. Back it up, back it in. Let me begin.
So you need to be a bit of lethality if you want to, because you can't let evil overcome. Christ flipped tables, right? He didn't say, "Oh, it's fine, sell whatever you want." No, he's like, "My Father's house should be a house of prayer." There's a time and a place for stuff. This is not the time and the place for this. And what they were doing in that metaphor, there's the outer circle of the Jewish synagogue is meant for Gentiles, for those that are not the chosen people, but can still get close to God. And what they did is they filled that entire outer circle. Oh my gosh, I lost track of them. They filled that entire outer circle with marketing things. No, we gotta do this. We gotta do this. And then we're gonna set you up here, and you're never gonna get hit, even though the enemy's programmed just to aim for you and nobody else. Get him, buddy. Shoot your laser. Oh my gosh, he actually killed one. It goes after me, though. Oh, that's interesting. So there has to be darkness in the hero story, because there's darkness in life. There's the ever void of nothing, which is literally the nothing in the never-ending story. And the never-ending story also, with the nothing, is associated with Gamork, a big wolf. So like, not only is it nothingness, it's malevolence on top of that. No, yeah, that's right. Please, just use it. Just use it. There, we're good forever. Oh, I see that somehow. I didn't mean to switch weapons. It's all good. Oh, they're all healed again. No! No! Why did I stop moving? What the heck is body blocking me? That gotta kill some of them, right? Okay, good. Those little silkwigs. We did it. We're really doing this again. Really, we're really doing this again. Oh my goodness. So if I refuse, here's where you need to be a bit of a monster. You guys need to die, or I die of starvation, because I will sit here, wait forever, and I won't even go to work, and I won't feed my family because we're stuck in this stupid Spiral Knights thing. Sorry, gotta be a monster. Swatting a fly. I kill flies, don't you? They're not trying to hurt you, but we kill them. Don't flies have feelings too? Don't they have pain associated with them? No, the answer is no, you gotta. Like, sometimes evil needs to die. Sometimes things need to be segmented. And this, again, the concept of Adam in the Garden of Eden. He puts boxes around animals. Like, this is a cat. This is a dog. Anything outside of this realm of language is not that. That's how language works. That's why messing with definitions, you do it at your peril. It might naturally happen. We let the natural part of words change. We should. But forcing words to change, like what is a man, what is a woman, you know, and playing with definitions, we gotta be very careful with that. Alright, let's head up and do some foraging. I think we're done. And consistently, statistically, what happens is when, at least as far as like the political belief spectrum, look at these beautiful people all freaking lined up. Me in my dusty old outfit. And anyway, as you age, everybody's like this. Statistically, you become more conservative. Now, what does that mean? You level 4, you recognize what needs to be conserved for life to continue on. Something like that. You see what values are associated with more of an eternal concept of continuing existence as such, as you know it, than you do catering to like the impulsive needs that you had like when you were a child. You know, the lust of the flesh, the lust of the eyes, and the pride of life. Those are the three big temptations. Because lust only cares about what it feels. It doesn't care about long-term future things. That's what it sees. It's blind, in a sense. And life has to be blind when it comes out of the womb. You know, children cry and scream. And they're right. They need to be nourished and fed. And women are more closely associated with that than men are. That's just how things are. But when it comes to nostalgia, something beautiful like this game, it's worthy of sharing. And I saw this great setup, which I think I'm going to try to mimic, where a husband and wife side by side at a computer. They were just playing computer games. And I would love to do that with my whole family playing Spiral Knights. That'd be great. All 4 of us were in parties doing things together. Man, that'd be cool. So, I don't see a problem with just dropping in a couple bucks here and there for prize boxes. I think it's alright. Nothing wrong with supporting something you like, right? Anyway, thanks for watching. Thanks for listening. My little rants and nostalgia. Hopefully, maybe you guys can give me some tips on how to beat that stupid treasure boss. Besides, I know Wintergrave is the answer. I just didn't have it at the time. So maybe I just don't need tips. I need to be smarter. Anyway, I'll see you guys next time. Take care.